ever felt something strange? A sensation you know you have felt before, but when you try to explain it, the words just don't come. Like a ghost emotion hovering in the background, whispering a language you don't quite understand. Today we are diving into the secret world of unexplained feelings, the ones we all experience but never fully grasp. Because sometimes the most powerful emotions are the ones we can't even name. Let's begin with a feeling you have likely had but couldn't explain. The echo of a life not lived. It's a quiet ache, a sense that somewhere out there's a version of you living a completely different life. Not necessarily better, just different. You didn't marry that person, you didn't take that job, you didn't move to that city, and yet, in some way, you remember that life, even though you never lived it. This is not nostalgia, it's something deeper, a longing for a path untaken, a whisper from a parallel you. Psychologists call this counterfactual thinking, imagining what could have been. But it feels like more than thought. It feels like loss of something that never even existed. The sudden wave of invisible sadness. You're fine, nothing is wrong. But out of nowhere, a sudden heaviness creeps in. It's not depression, not anxiety. It's like a fog of emotion without a source. And it doesn't need a reason. It just arrives, sits with you, then leaves. Some researchers believe this could be emotional residue, leftovers from unprocessed thoughts stored in your subconscious. Others believe it's simply the brain reminding us of our human fragility, that we are not always meant to feel okay, and that's okay. The feeling of remembering something you never knew. Ever see a place for the first time, but sure you have been there before, or meet someone who feels familiar even though they are a stranger? It's not deja vu, not quiet, it's deeper, like your soul recognizes something your brain can't identify. Carl Jung called it the collective unconscious, the theory that we all inherit memories from our ancestors, passed through generations. Is it science? Is it something spiritual? We may never know, but the feeling is real and hauntingly beautiful. The loneliness that exists even around others. You are laughing with friends, talking with family, surrounded by people, but somehow you still feel alone. This is not social isolation, it's emotional invisibility. It's the ache of being unseen, even when someone is looking right at you. We all wear masks, we all protect the most vulnerable parts of ourselves. But sometimes, those masks become so thick we forget who we are underneath. And we start to wonder, does anyone really know me? The feeling of being small and infinite. Have you ever stared at the night sky and suddenly felt both completely insignificant and somehow connected to everything? That paradox, being a speck of dust in your universe, and yet feeling like you belong to it, is a uniquely human experience. Astronomers feel it, artists feel it, children feel it. Awe, wonder, fear, serenity, all rolled into one wordless moment. It's humbling and electrifying. The universe doesn't know your name, but somehow you're part of its story. The yearning for a time that never existed. We all feel nostalgic for things we never lived through. Old records, vintage clothes, sepia-toned photographs of strangers. You were not there, but you miss it. Some say it's a longing for simplicity. Others believe it's our imagination romanticizing the past. But maybe it's our soul remembering what it means to be human, across all generations. As if somewhere deep inside, we carry a timeline far longer than our years. So, what are these feelings? Are they glitches in our emotional code, echoes from other lives, fleeting poetry from our brain that feels more than it understands? Maybe we don't need to define them. Maybe it's enough to just feel them, to sit with them, to listen, to accept that some emotions are not meant to be labeled, only lived. Because in a world that demands answers, sometimes the questions are what make us most human. If you have ever felt something you couldn't explain, you're not alone. In fact, you're more connected than you think.